Hey Virgo, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your January 2026 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus signs. Check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching, or you yourself, Virgo, feel that the rules are in the reverse, please reverse them. Take what applies and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It's greatly appreciated. Virgo. Eight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. I don't know if something is moving quickly, or maybe you're getting messages, but you're keeping to yourself. This could have to do with work for some of you. You might be getting a message soon about some sort of financial opportunity. I don't know, for some of you, it's working together with someone on something. Let's see what comes out for Virgo. Okay. Overall, you have the High Priestess. Yeah. I don't know if you're keeping to yourself, like I said already. Or you're just observing something, maybe waiting on something. Knight of Cups, current. Knight of Pentacles is the challenge. Four of Swords is the foundation. All right. So far, you have cards that are coming out of kind of being... it's like still, but not still at the same time. I don't know if things are moving, but you are taking some sort of pause. We'll see. Page of Cups. In the past, the Star card on your mind. Could be an Aquarius. Hope, healing, aspirations. Three of Wands is your outcome. Let's take a look at what this High Priestess is. Why is that the overall energy? Ten of Wands, Nine of Cups, Eight of Swords. Again, Eight of Cups at the bottom. There is either some sort of loop that you're still in, or a situation that you're still dealing with or thinking about. For some of you, it's something that you want. I also get a sense of a part of you might be emotionally detached or trying to. Others of you, you're trying to present yourself as everything is okay, I'm happy, I'm fine, but deep down, there's still some sort of heavy load that you're carrying. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Two of Wands, lots of Wands. There could be a home situation, possibly a family situation for some. Four of Wands. Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. And there might be a conflict or a disagreement of some sort. For some of you, this could be even internal. And then the Two of Wands is about a decision, right? Looking out into the horizon, looking at the bigger picture. And why the Four of Swords? Is this about like trying to take back control? What is that? World. Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, the situation is either a cycle is closed off, lesson learned, or you accomplished something, and there is this move towards something that's happier, that's more harmonious. However, it's clarifying a card of taking a break. So for some of you, maybe that's what it is. It's taking a pause, healing, and whatnot. And I get the sense of like approaching what feels secure, what feels stable, or just approaching the sense of having like ground underneath your feet, but there's some sort of conflict. And I feel like that's what keeps you waiting. I don't know if it's lack of certainty. What happened in the past with this Page of Cups? You could be waiting on a message, or maybe you're hanging on to hope or something like this. All right, am I connected? And the Page of Swords. You could be dealing or were dealing with somebody younger. Or if it's not younger, maybe less mature. I feel like in the past, there's something here that you were ignoring with this Seven of Swords. Because I don't get the Seven of Swords as kind of like a lying, cheating. It looks more to me of like avoiding something. Because I get like kind of like involving yourself and still watching a situation, how it's going to unfold, how it's going to develop. What is this Knight of Pentacles? Nine of Wands, Two of Swords, Justice. What you want is for things to balance out or to get some sort of justice, because I see a bit of a guard up. I see a bit of exhausted, tired. But here's the thing, because you have the Knight of Cups in the current energy. In the past, you had the Page of Cups, and you had all these other pages that are clarifying it, right? However, the card that's the challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. So either something is not moving at all, or the approach is not the right approach. Why is the Star card here? I know this sounds so vague. Queen of Pentacles, Empress, Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, this self-love is about nurturing your feminine energy, feeling secure, feeling stable, feeling like you do have some sort of like growth, regardless of whatever other expectations you have. Now, others of you, there could be somebody that you have on your mind that you hope to grow with, that you hope things will flourish with, that there is either some sort of new beginning, or maybe this is a new person with this Ace of Cups. Why is the Three of Wands the outcome, this waiting for expectations? Death, Magician, Hermit. That's you. You have Scorpio, Virgo here. Libra, Pisces energy. Let's see. Why is the Death card here? So either a situation has ended or has transformed you, or you have transmuted the energy, we can say. Could be with a fire sign, an Aries, Sag, Leo. Doesn't have to be. Or you have that in your chart. For some of you, this is a work thing because I see 8 of Pentacles. And I've already said could be a work thing. But this is actually what's occurring right now is actually helping you to manifest what it is that you do want, but you're not seeing it in that way. And I don't think you're moving in the direction of that way. 6 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. So whatever this situation is that you're dealing with, was, how do I explain it? It's knowing how to, it's not handle. I think it's more of the word is the approach. You know how, like, when you listen to tarot readings or, like, spiritual things. Hey, Natty. And they say, you know, you should follow your heart. I think this reading is telling you the opposite. Not that you shouldn't follow your heart, but there is, I almost get the Devil card in my mind here. Where's the 9 of Cups? Because it showed up, didn't it? Yeah, there it is. What is this 9 of Cups? The Lovers. Could be a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, because I see the King of Swords. If it's not, maybe it's somebody who's not very emotional and whatnot. I do feel like wanting to make this choice of, there's a very certain choice that you want to make and you want to move forward with that. But you feel stuck, 8 of Swords. So either it's mentally stuck or you feel trapped or something like this. And it's not a situation that you can't get out of. It's more of like either you're filling yourself with doubt or, oh, what ifs and whatnot. Queen of Cups. What is that? Temperance. 10 of Swords. Yeah. And whatever this waiting thing is, I feel like you're trying to be very patient, but it's causing you pain. Hi. 10 of Swords. And again, here's the 8 of Pentacles again. Either it's a work situation or something that you're consistently focused on. And maybe that's what the issue is. Maybe it's the consistent focus that you have on something and it's blocking anything else from really happening or allowing you to move with certainty, consistency, and something has gotten you out of whack. Yeah, there's the Devil. Yeah, Capricorn energy. You're obsessively thinking of, what is this Ace of Pentacles? What is this? Could be a reconciliation, could be a job thing. Or if it's not even anything like that, but it's just something that does or has the potential to make you feel secure. And you feel, for some of you, you feel played. You feel used even. I haven't used that word in a long time. With this 5 of Swords that just showed up. For some, I get the sense of like even self-sabotaging. If it's not self-sabotaging, look, listen, it takes two to tango, right? But if we really take accountability for everything that occurs in our life, and if we're the type of people that believe in manifestation and believe in, our frequencies, what we think about or what we're vibing at, that's what we're creating, blah, 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 right? All of that spiritual lingo. If we truly believed that, for one, we wouldn't be having an issue, right? We'd look at a situation and be like, man, that feels like shit. I don't like that. But we'd approach it neutrally. Like, I don't like that. Okay, well, I'm not going to give energy to that, because if I give energy to that and I don't like that, that just means I'm just adding gas for that to keep going, right? I'm not starving it. Because a lot of the times, and we don't even see this, it's just fascinating how the mind works and how, like, we're just so used to living in this physical reality that anything that is spiritual or anything that has to do with energy, because we don't see it, is a little bit difficult to be the primary thing that we think about. I feel like for some of you, this also it could have to do with a move, or maybe there's some sort of distance that you want to take, or there is. Cancer energy is showing up now. Something isn't very clear. For some of you, it's not knowing someone's intentions. Why is the Chariot here? Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun at the bottom. Leo. Okay, so Virgo, to me, I don't know. Again, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if this is love, if this is work, if this is family, friends, what is this is an internal thing. I don't know for sure. So I'm giving you obviously the general idea. You take it as it resonates. Now, this Chariot card that showed up, this movement forward, this feeling in control, like you have the navigation system. I feel that intuitively, there is a subtle nudge that's pulling you, like, do this or go in this direction or avoid this or whatever. You have, Waze or Google Maps is working for you. What is this investment? The Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, what's difficult is that you feel you've invested a lot of your time and energy, like deep down. For some of you, it's like, like if you actually really look at it, it may be difficult because it's like, I've invested a lot of my time and energy here. I had a lot of hope for this. If I let go, right? And this is not you thinking on a surface level or consciously even, or for some of you maybe. But it's like deep down, it's like, okay, if I've invested a lot of time and energy into this, if I put a lot of hope into this, if I let go of this now, am I abandoning it? What if, see what I mean? The what ifs keep coming. And for some, it could even be like, if I let go of this now, that means I'm a quitter. And I don't quit, kind of thing. Six of Cups. Something is going to happen. The moment that you make this move, whatever this is, if you... Listen, you do what you want, right? I don't need to tell you what to do. You're living your life. You're suffering your own sufferings. The tarot reader is not living in your shoes. I have to say that if you take the leap of faith where your intuition is trying to tell you to go or what to do or whatever it is, that is going to be a good thing for you. For some of you, you feel like happiness lies here, but there's something that the situation is trying to tell you, or your higher self is trying to tell you. I feel like you need to shift your focus onto what not what you know is going to grow, but more of something that you know you're going to put. Okay. Like, things end up working out when we put our energy into it, or things start to move, right? When I was saying that, we add fuel to something to go. Now, sometimes the thing isn't going in the direction that we want it to go because we're constantly creating our reality. We're constantly living. If we're putting fuel into something that we want to work and it is working, and then it goes in a different direction, that different direction, if we look at it neutrally, is just opening a door for something else. Or it's giving you a pause to do something else, or to work on yourself, or to shift your thoughts. Because, hey, you know what? What is the deep core belief that I have down inside that's not allowing for me to unblock myself? Or what is it that, I don't know. You could be feeling like you're in a loop. For some of you, this is a third-party situation. For some of you, this is, where am I going to feel happy, joy? It could even be like a past thing, like something that you've wanted in the past, that you wanted to do. I don't know. But this is actually looking really positive. For some of you, this can be about needing to have control. And especially for Virgo. Because Virgo tends to be a sign that, listen, I figured this and this and this and this out. Okay? This is the plan. And I know it's going to work out this way. And normally it's that way when you have, like, your Virgo is the sign that is kind of like the executive assistant. If you tell Virgo to fix your life, I mean, a good Virgo, okay? A Virgo who has their head on their shoulders and whatnot. I mean, I guess it depends on everyone's placements. Virgo will tell you, yeah, do this, and that, and everything will go fine. If you don't follow through with that plan, Virgo's going to be like, yeah, you see, I told you so. It didn't work out the way because you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. And here's the thing, Virgo. It's funny you could do that for others, but then it's hard to do it for yourself because you tend to, because it is a sense of control. You could say even like a little bit of perfectionism. It's easier to do it for others because when you do it for yourself, you can nitpick yourself more. You blame yourself more. You bash yourself more when you fail. There's something here in this reading that's saying there's a part of you that is needing to feel secure with your own feminine energy, because you could be I get a sense of obsession too. You could be obsessively looking at a situation, at a person, at, I don't know, yourself, a flaw, I don't know, something like this. And it's like, this needs to be corrected. This needs to be fixed. Why isn't this happening? I keep trying to work at it. What more can I do? And that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to like relax, I guess. I don't like saying that because I don't like to be told to relax. You know? I also feel like you need to shift your expectations. Because I think the universe does want to give you what you want. But you could also be expecting that it looks a certain way, happens a certain way. It's kind of like, you know what? Yeah, I have faith that the universe is going to deliver what I want. And then something happens and you're like, wait a minute, I don't like that. That's not supposed to happen that way. And instead of you being like, oh, I'm curious, I wonder why that happened. And either, oh, is there something in me that I'm blocking? Is there something that I need to let go of, a belief, a habit, I don't know, whatever, so that this can come in? I wonder why it's not working out this way. Well, that sucks. I don't like that feeling. So instead of dwelling on this is such a shitty feeling, okay, all right, I get it. Maybe it just needs to calm down for a second. And you go and you focus on something else that's working for you. Or you do something that you enjoy. And then you realize, man, that thing that I didn't like, that actually helped me focus on, I don't know, I wanted to write poetry. And if it wasn't because of that, that wouldn't help me write poetry. You know? Kind of like, I just came to mind. I do like to write songs. When I was younger, all of the songs I used to write about were heartache. And I have so much joy writing music. And the thing is, I only get inspiration when there's heartache. So if I look at it a little bit in a neutral sense, man, if I didn't go through heartache, I wouldn't be able to write these songs. You get what I'm saying? So if we just shift our perspective a little bit, with whatever it is that we're dealing with, whatever is happening, it allows us to look at something else and then we can get back to it. And sometimes we don't even need to get back to it. Sometimes we start doing something else and we're like, I actually didn't even care about that thing anymore. Moving on. So I think this is what an oracle card for advice. Oh, Natty, I appreciate it. I'm glad it's resonating. What is the advice for Virgo? What is the advice for Virgo? For some of you, this is not all, take it if it resonates. For some of you, you need to do some sort of like detox. Not like a heavy thing, but maybe like, I don't know, you drink one of those green smoothies every other day or something like that. I get like a sense of, and I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. A sense of like needing to like clear out your bowels, like flush out something. For some of you, that could be an energy. Maybe you've been dealing with a toxic situation and you left that and you're needing to detox that. How do you do that? By adding more joy into your life. I don't know, maybe for some of you, you quit a habit, I don't know, an addiction or of some sort, and you're needing to replenish your body. Like, for example, I don't know, let's say you stopped drinking or you heavily reduced your drinking habits. You're needing to replenish the nutrients that were lost or the heaviness that your liver had to constantly work through. Again, I'm not a doctor, and please do your own research if you don't want to go see a doctor. Like taking like something, and not one of these cheap ones. Like actually look at the ingredients. Like milk thistle, that's good for the liver. An enzyme of some sort. Okay, again, not a doctor. But yeah, something about needing to, I don't know, maybe you need to go to the bathroom regularly. It's coming up. Okay. All right. What is the end? Just got one oracle card for Virgo. Perfect. You have impatience. This card has been coming out a lot. Impatience could be about, listen, I need it to go in this way. Why isn't it happening in this way? And you're racking your brain with feeling like you're stuck because it's not going in the way that you want. Let's read the card. Ethan grows impatient, waiting for dawn, so he buys a used moon. Once it's in the sky, he steps back to see his handiwork. The moon will not stay in place unless he holds the cord, but Sky God assures him that dawn will come when he lets go. But Ethan is fearful and grips onto the cord until he falls asleep and releases it. Lack of trust, lack of faith. When he awakens, when he awakens, dawn has come and the radiant light in the sky is blocked only by his used moon. You know, when we feel like we need to control something, I don't trust that this is going to happen. Even if it's said, like, relax, it's going to happen. Just hold on a second. No, it needs to be this way. This is a huge need for feeling safe and secure. People who have control issues are people, and I'm not saying that that's your case. I'm just saying in general. People who feel this need to control are people who do not feel safe or secure. And I would say 99% of the time, it's more because you don't feel secure within yourself. Like you don't feel like you could secure something. Or again, for some of you, it's you deep down, unconsciously, in your subconscious, deep down, you might be blaming yourself for something. You do this all the time. You see this situation happen like this because you didn't blah, 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 blah. And maybe after many years of thinking like that, to soothe ourselves or to cope, we tend to put the blame on the other and be like, you know what? It's this person's fault that this happened. But if we're manifestors of our own reality, we created the situation. If we have that deep belief of you can't control anything, guess what? If we're fueling that, we're going to have situations that we can't control. Anyway, now is not the time to make a rush decision. You have made your needs known. Now leave it alone. You may block something wonderful from coming to you if you're hasty. Am I jumping the gun? If I'm honest with myself, am I forcing something? Your desire to create may overpower the necessity of aligning with divine timing. The time to shine will come. Move with the energy, not in front of it. Being present has its own rewards. I said that. This is me now feeling proud and boasting because I picked up on that. These cards are fantastic. Yeah. So, if you want to get the deck for yourself, it's called the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. This author, Tori Hartman, she also makes tarot cards, which I think I have. I don't think I've ever used them. Anyway, Virgo. Courage. Relax a little bit. And maybe that detox, right? When we do it physically in our body, the letting go, we feel it physically, it might help mentally to also release and detox. Emotionally, release and detox. Because when we start feeling a little more grounded in the body too, it helps to, like if you feel healthy, you start to think differently, right? You don't want to eat crap food. You don't want to do things that are going to make your body feel weighed down. And then good, I'm thinking, and there's clarity and the door starts opening. Anyway, man, this human experience is one thing, isn't it?